Punch. In addition to snow, this system brought dangerously high winds leading to snow drifts several feet high in some places and whiteout conditions at times.
All right, let's take a look now at the roadways outside. This is along the Shoreway, right outside of our station here, finding that traffic is moving along well tonight as things considered are out there. Could be potentially a lot worse. That thanks in part to most schools in the area calling off their classes today and the city ordering businesses to send employees home early due to the weather. Good evening, everyone. Good to have you here with us at 6. We have all the latest closings scrolling at the bottom of your screen tonight. And we also have live team coverage tonight with the latest on the road conditions and snow totals all across Northeast Ohio. But first of all, let's go straight to Dick Goddard for more on the storm and what to expect overnight. Dick?
Okay, well, we've all shared in these winds that have gusted at times above 40 miles an hour and the wind chills that have been running below zero. Snowfall, per usual. What a wide variety. Here in the city, up the shoreline to Euclid, 1 to 2 inches of new snow since it began late on Sunday. Out in Ashtabula County, Marty McDowell at Lenox, right in the heart of Ashtabula County. We're going to go in on the major echoes right now emanating from Lake Erie. 15.5 inches. That's not far from Jefferson. And we had a report from John in Aurora. That's northern Portage County. And he figures just less than a foot of snow over about the last 18 hours. And we are going to move it here and show you the extent of the lake effect. And the Lake Huron really has been a big contributor to what has happened out in the eastern areas. But look at Lake Michigan doing its thing over South Bend, Indiana, LaPorte, Indiana. Chicago does not get lake effect, but anyway, that's how it's setting up, and this radar will testify to what Lake Huron is doing, contributing quite a bit of moisture and causing that lake effect snow. So what a disparate amount of snow, from an inch to over a foot of snow in some areas. So goes lake effect. We're not done with it, as we shall see.
All right. Thank you, Dick. See you later in the hour. And
he alluded to it right there. When this next storm finally hits Fox 8, your official school closing station, we'll have any closings first and fastest in town. On the bottom of your screen, we'll have a complete list of the closings on fox8.com. Well, looking to avoid what happened last Wednesday, when the snow led to a gridlock in downtown Cleveland, the city took action today.
So, did it work? Kevin Freeman live now in Cleveland with more. What have you found, Kevin?
Well, it appears it did work, not seeing that nightmare gridlock that we saw last week. This is Carnegie Avenue around East 70th Street. As you can see, hardly a car on the street. You can actually see the pavement there. Not only did the city have people leave downtown in phases, but they had police officers helping to direct traffic at major intersections downtown and in University Circle. Again, in the city of Cleveland, Mayor Frank Jackson asked downtown offices and businesses today to implement a staggered early dismissal of their employees. That, of course, was to avoid that gridlock that paralyzed the city during a snowstorm last week when everyone tried to leave downtown at the same time. The city says that tonight it has 50 crews on 12-hour shifts to clear the main and secondary roads and 28 more crews to clear the residential streets. The high winds also affected travel today, reducing that visibility, and even people who were not driving found it hard to get around and bitterly cold.
Oh my God, and they say Chicago is the windy city. They have no clue. No clue in Chicago what we go through down here on Lakeside in Ontario.
Well, how are you keeping warm?
I've got layer upon layer upon layer and come out as little as possible.
Hey man, it's ridiculous, man. Y'all need to stay in your homes, man. It's real cold outside, man. Real cold.
Why don't you have on a bigger coat?
I don't know, man. I didn't think it was gonna be this windy down here, man. It's real bad down here on the lake, man.
And windy it is. That's the big problem here, the blowing snow and the bitterly cold temperatures if you're outside. The Cleveland police said that there are accidents around, so even though this looks pretty good here, there are accidents around the city. We also want to let you know that county offices, of course, are closed today, but they will reopen at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's 10 o'clock for all Cuyahoga County offices. And remember that there is also a snow emergency parking ban in effect across the city.
Kevin dressed beautifully for the weather again today.
Keep that hat on. Keep warm, Kevin. Thanks so much.
I'll try my best.
All right.
We have cameras all across the city checking out the weather situation. We're using these cameras, which are up on high, to monitor the weather gridlock tonight. And what a difference a few days make as compared to last week. Here's one of our shots right there. Traffic moving very, very smoothly, easily. People going slower than usual, but that's okay. Let's take a look at another one. There's another wide shot there. Again, Wilma, you know, last Wednesday it was horrible all over town. Not bad at all right here, judging from these pictures. One more shot we can show you, I do believe. Maybe not. All right, that's it. But generally speaking, traffic patterns very good, at least compared to this time last week.
Boy, I would say so. A level 2 snow emergency, however, has been issued for Medina County, the secondary snow belt, getting hammered today, along with everyone else. Let's go to Fox 8's Dave Nethers with more on this part of the story tonight. Dave?
Yeah, it's again the wind and the bitter cold in Medina County that have authorities there urging caution tonight because of the icy roads and the blowing snow. It has really been all anyone can do to try and keep the roads and the driveways and the walkways and everything else clean. About the only people we met today who don't seem to mind are those who are making money removing it. Even for them, however, this has been a very challenging day. Some who we met planned to plow the same locations this evening that they had earlier already plowed, well aware that this is expected to continue throughout the night and the day tomorrow as well. So how do you keep going?
It's a lot of coffee and a lot of food in the truck, and we'll probably go until all night tonight and probably all day tomorrow.
With no sleep?
With no sleep.
Since 3 a.m. on Monday.
So we've gone 36 hours straight before, so hopefully the trucks hold up and we can keep on going.
Well, 36 hours straight. I hope he gets a nap because bad enough driving on these slick roads out there, but to do so sleepy probably would only add to the problems. Dangerous out there. We have also surveyed Summit County this evening. I can tell you in the Bath Township area, the Fair Lawn area, roads are a mess, as they are just about everywhere.
All right, Dave, thank you. Talking about the roads, many people still trying to make their way home tonight or thinking about going out. Let's find out more about our road conditions. Lori Taylor has been in Ground Fox for us today. Hi, Lori. Where are you now, and how are the roads there?
Wilma, we are on 271 southbound. We just passed Chagrin Boulevard, and depending on where you are, will determine how bad the roads are. And in our case here, we are down to a couple of lanes. The snow is coming down so hard. Worse than that, it's blowing so hard that as ODOT makes its way down the highway, the wind just does damage. Let me just show you ODOT passing us on the northbound lane. But anyway, we have seen some really treacherous roads, 422 westbound. But I will tell you, because there's so few of us out here on the road, traffic moving at about 40 miles per hour. So it's really a good news story out here tonight, even though the roads can be bad in spots.
All right, Lori, thanks for that. We'll check again with you a little later in the hour. The biting winds are also making a mess out east. This is in Lake County I'm talking about. The bitter cold and snow have added up to a very busy day for tow truck drivers. They've been retrieving vehicles from ditches after spinouts on snow-covered Interstate 90. Other vehicles just will not start or have broken down in these bone-chilling temperatures. The blowing, drifting snow has also made for a very slow commute on Interstate 480 today. Icy bridge surfaces could be especially treacherous for drivers. Always be careful on bridges. In Garfield Heights, as in many other communities, the plows just could not keep up with the snowy, slushy mess on the roadways or in the parking lots.
And let's talk about the skies right now. They might not be as friendly as some travelers would like with the wind and all the snow out there. With more on that part of the story, joined live now by Fox 8's Sean Tellich, who's live in Strongsville. JT, a very rough day today at Hopkins.
Absolutely. You know, some of those boards at Hopkins International Airport were blinking the wrong kind of colors today. That meant some flights were either canceled and or delayed. We had word that about 6 flights this morning were canceled, but it didn't mean that the folks who were heading to the airport or coming from it were not using the latest in technology to keep track as to whether or not their flight would be on time or when they could board the flight. And when we were at the terminal, the flow of travelers was constant but not harried. Flights scheduled to come here to take folks elsewhere might have been delayed due to tougher weather in other spots, and the boards had too much of the holiday colors, red for canceled and of course green for on time. The timing of this storm, about 12 days before Christmas, made for the situation not being a frenzied one. Folks checked ahead, kept moving, well, or at least when I wasn't interrupting their day.
Well, Continental notified me last night I was supposed to fly to Houston via Chicago, but I was rebooked on a direct flight departing at 12:50, so it looks like everything's on time.
It looks like that we're going to get out hopefully on time. If not, then I am prepared to stay another day or two.
We got on the plane, we sat there for about an hour, and then they said, well, you know, crosswinds are too bad, plane's too small, everybody get off, and we'll see about getting you booked on something else.
Little bit of a harried situation for that traveler, but everything's safe and sound so far as we can report. If you want more information about flights coming into and out of Hopkins, you can do it on the mobile way. Go mobile.fox8.com. Want word on the airport down the Canton-Akron Airport? You can go to fox8.com, go to our traffic page, and we'll keep you abreast of what's going on in that airport and flights coming into and out of. That's the situation here in Strongsville. We'll send it back to you, Lou.
All right, John, patience, one of many words of the day today. As always, really appreciate getting pictures from you, our viewers, during winter events like this one. Art in Brook Park sent us this shot of their Yorkie named Pooh Minnie. Wilma finding the dog very cute. Dick got her too. She's still wearing her Browns coat even though they have no chance at the playoff, because really what matters here is staying warm, and that's what she's doing
loyal,
in that shot right there. Kay and Byron McCroskey sent in this shot from Dorset. That's in Jefferson County. Look at some snow-covered bird feeders in their yard there. They say they have 2 feet of snow easy, and it was just coming down, still coming down when they took this shot for us. And how about this shot? This picture shows just how dangerous it could be on the roads in some places today. This is westbound Taylor Amy Road in Auburn Township. The driver here going about 25 miles an hour. The road there, as you can tell, clearly barely visible. Once again, when the snow starts piling up in your neighborhood, snap a picture and send it to tips@fox8.com. You can also upload your winter weather pictures on our website, and we might use one of your shots anytime, you never know, on the air.
You know what, it was a very difficult warning for many people here in Northeast Ohio, but none more so than firefighters.
Forced to fight Mother Nature and flames at the very same time after local business burns in the middle of the winter storm.
With 2 major snowstorms in just 1 week, some schools are very close now to using up all of their calamity days for the year. What happens then? Well, we found out.
Mayor Frank Jackson speaking out today about the Cleveland City School Superintendent's surprising announcement that he's leaving.
And it's enough to make sports fans rejoice. Northeast Ohio brought home a national championship over the weekend. Richard.
A snowfall of 1 inch to over 15 inches. The problem really is the blowing and drifting of the snow. We get into blizzard conditions from time to time. What qualifies as a blizzard? I'll let you know.
Well, actually, compared to what we've seen before and what we saw earlier today, this is a mighty fine picture here. This is the intersection of 9th and Lakeside in downtown Cleveland tonight. It is very cold and very windy, but traffic, and you can see the wind right there, but people are moving smoothly and easily tonight, so that is a very, very good thing to see.
It does look pretty good comparatively.
Well, a Lorain County teenager found out exactly how dangerous clearing the snow can be in some neighborhoods.
Fox 8 News reporter Jack Shea joining us live now with more on the story. Hello, Jack.
Hi, Lou and Wilma. It turns out that this young man was helping his father remove snow from their driveway when he was hit by a truck. It happened this morning on Butternut Ridge Road in Carlisle Township in Lorain County. We are told that 18-year-old Jason White, as we were saying earlier, was helping his father clear the driveway. At one point, Jason pushed a load of snow across the road, and when he tried to return, he was clipped by the mirror of a pickup truck. The victim's sister tells Fox 8 News that he suffered head and facial injuries that are not considered life-threatening. The State Highway Patrol says the accident is a reminder that in most cases, people who are removing snow must yield to traffic.
I guess the pickup truck had the choice of either the car or Jason, and he was too close to the road, so he got hit with the side mirror.
You know, when we're out doing things, it's cold, we're shoveling, sometimes we might lose track, you know, of where we are, where the edge lines to the roads are because they're covered with snow.